Yo, you wild coach. Yo, what's going on, champions? It's Marquise Money Mike Williams, founding member and executive senior director here at JMG Direct. And I got my workout clothes on because it is network marketing season and I am ready to put that work in. I'm super duper excited to have each and every one of you connected with us this morning. And today's training is all about, can you see your success? Because at the end of the day, that is the foundation. That is what it boils down to. I've been doing some traveling, I've been doing some studying, I've been doing some work, and one of the things that I've realized from a psychological standpoint, people get comfortable where they are, especially if it's sweet. You know, people get comfortable in relationships, even though the relationship isn't what it fully could be. They're comfortable because they don't have to go and explore the possibilities and the unknowns. I was talking to my mechanic the other day because my car, Black Dynamite, had a little issue. And I was like, man, I should just go ahead and get rid of this joint and get a new one. And I was like, but I swore to myself I would never get another car. I would never purchase another car for myself as long as JMG Direct is giving away cars. So I said, that's out, no more. He said, well, you could just get a used car. He said, no, don't do that because then you're dealing with a whole nother set of unknown problems, right? So I say that to say, when you're just out in the world, when you're doing what you do, you get comfortable because you feel like you don't have to deal with the unknown problems. But it's when you escape, when you get out of your comfort zone, that's when you begin to experience a whole new world of possibilities. Your eyes begin to open. And I want you this afternoon to open your eyes because no matter where you are, you're already successful. You're already alive. You got a lot going on for yourself. But you have to ask yourself, are you settling? So, for those that don't know me, my name is Marquise Williams. I'm an executive senior director and founding member with our company. I like to welcome you to training. One of the things that I always like to lay the foundation of is always remember the difference between amateurs and professionals is training. You got to show up. You got to learn what to do. Anytime you're looking at sports, it's like we're at the crossroads of sports right now. Baseball is ending. Football is starting, basketball is in preparation. This is the year of the Olympics. But no matter what sport you encounter, one of the things they're always going to start off doing is they're going to start off with having training camp. They're going to start off with practicing. And another thing that you're going to notice with sports is they practice more than they play games. But in life, people seem to want to play games more than they practice, both literally and figuratively, right? So the training is a beautiful thing because it gives you a filling station. As we go out and we embark upon our businesses and in life, a lot of times we get beat up. We get beat up at work. We get beat up at home in our relationships. We get beat up by our kids and grandkids. We get beat up attempting to show people and open their eyes and expose them, because remember, all we do is expose them to new possibilities. So after being beat up throughout the week, you want to have a safe space, somewhere you can go and you can look in the comments and say, oh, Duran's here, All Day Dre is here, Catherine's here, Coach is here. This is a place that I should be, right? So welcome all the new champions to our team. We're excited to have you. And always remember, as you're embarking upon this journey to reach your goals and dreams, this is a win-win situation across the board. The only way to fail is to give up. And the foundation of what we do is expose. How do you expose people? Well, you promote. You get the word out there. You get it in front of their face by a variety of different means and measures. Social media and technology is one of the biggest that we use right now. It opens up such a huge world of possibilities. I remember when I first got started in this industry and we were limited to, prospecting and meeting new people as we were out. We go to the mall, we live our life, while we meet people and things of that nature. But we could put up a post now on social media and expose and engage with hundreds and possibly even thousands of people like that. Like we're Thanos from Endgame. We snap our fingers and everybody knows about JMG Direct. That'd be nice, right? But when you're launching your business, it's important that you follow our launch strategy, right? Because it's easy to get out there and think, oh, I got to figure this out on my own. No, we've laid out the foundation for you. We've laid out the steps for you to follow. So our launch strategy is success with JMG is simple as 1, 2, 3. You want to make one decision that you want something more out of life, but more importantly, you're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. Now, the reason that I entitled today's training, Do You See Your Success? Because a lot of times the start stops most people. A lot of people don't see their success, so they never truly make the decision that they want something more out of life. They like the idea of it. They see that car, they say, oh, it'd be nice to have that car. They see that house on the TV show. Oh man, it'd be great to live in that type of house. They like the idea of it, but they never truly made the decision that they want something more out of life. Because that's a prerequisite to being willing to do the work that it takes to get it. There's no way to do the work if you don't know what you're working towards. You can't hit a target if you don't have one. So that's the prerequisite, because the next 2 steps of the launch strategy are simple, you guys. Gather 2, preferably My Credit is Better customers. If you come in as a My marketing brand ambassador, you're automatically number 1, so you just want to get another one. And then partner with 3 people who want more tomorrow than what they have today. 3 people who are sick and tired of being overworked and underpaid. 3 people who see a good business opportunity and say, you know what, that makes sense. That's going to go somewhere. I want to lock in with that. But see, a lot of people, they automatically think from a poverty standpoint. Not everybody, but a lot of people. So when they look at their 3 people, they tend to go to 3 people who are broke, 3 people who need money, 3 people who work 3 jobs and don't even have time to create wealth. And that's great because we want to serve and we want to expose everybody, but that limits your trajectory to success because now you're involved and you're partnered with somebody and you're excited because you got one or two people, if not three, but you got three people who don't maximize your opportunity to grow and expand your network. So then it causes you to get overwhelmed. It causes you to get frustrated. So you want to partner with three people who are like-minded, who value their goals and dreams just as much as you value your goals and dreams, and who are willing to make that decision. I was playing with the idea of changing the launch strategy to a pyramid. I meant to cut that out, but anyways, if you have any questions during training, go ahead and answer them. Just go ahead and throw a Q in front of it so I notice a question, and I'll be happy to get that question answered for you. So can you see your success, right? That's what everybody, thinks about. And I put a nice image, you out on a beach, you got a nice little vehicle right there, you got a swimming pool, where it is, somebody has a birthday coming up and this is what it's going to look like where they're headed. But man, and your picture for success might look different. It might look different for you. But whatever it is, you have to put it in a lens and you have to see it. You have to visualize it. You have to visualize each detail. It can't be vague. It can't just be a generalization or generalized thought. It has to be something that you see. Because when you see those details, it becomes more real for you. And when it becomes more real for you, then you're willing to go out and do the work that it takes to get it. But when it's just a generalized thought, it's just whatever. It's a thought in your mind. It's not something that you really believe that you can obtain. So the first 48 hours, it tells the story. It tells the story. And that's why we want to implement the massive action plan. Unless somebody is really secure with who they are, unless somebody is really in tune with what they want, a check is their lifeline in this business. And so the first 48 hours, we got to set everybody up to get their first check. And we also want to find out who we're working with. And the first 48 hours gives you a great indicator of who you're working with, so you know if you need to say next or if you need to go ahead and put a lot of time and energy into this person, because time is valuable. So in your first 48 hours, what a new representative needs to do is know their why. We kind of went into depth, with that a little bit ago, but that's that one decision, because until you know why, the how doesn't matter. But once they get that locked in, now we got to look at the schedule. Because one of the biggest mistakes people make in this business is they try to fit their business in to their already big busy schedule. And what you got to do is you got to schedule for success and then commit to that schedule. See, people don't commit to the schedule. And a commitment is like unconditional love, right? When you commit to somebody and you love them unconditionally, you don't commit to them as long as they stay skinny. You don't commit to them as long as their hair is long. You commit to them and you're going to love them unconditionally. Now, some people, they get involved in a business and they commit to their schedule as long as it's not basketball season. They commit to their schedule as long as this is not going on or that's not going on. And when you see your success, then you see this as the vehicle to your success. So it becomes a priority in life. So when things come up, you tell those things, hey, I got to do this for my business. But as soon as I'm finished with that, then we can rock and roll. Okay? It's the thought process. Kind of like at your job, for those of you who have jobs. When you got to work, you got to work. When somebody comes and they got something that they need to do, yeah, you can take PTO in some cases, or you can take vacation time. But most people aren't able to do that. They got to work, and that's their priority, and they got to pay their bills. So they tell them, we got to work around my work schedule. You have to treat your business, as equally, if not more important, as you do your job. All right? So the next thing you want to make sure that a new rep does in the first 48 hours is get qualified. 2 customers. You got 1 already, go ahead and knock out 1 more. If you came in as a marketing affiliate, then you want to knock out 2. But that's a pretty simple task. I say it's simple because you can do it right in your own home. You can take care of it right yourself. You don't have to worry about going out. Yeah, we're eventually going to go out and cast our nets, and we're going to spread the word, and we're going to gather customers, because that's what JMG Direct pays us to do. Be ambassadors of the opportunity. Be ambassadors of the products and services. But I've never seen an influencer, I've never seen a product ambassador that you don't see them saying something or doing something that revolves around the product. Some people are great on social media. You talk about what you're eating. You talk about when you're going to the bathroom. You talk about when you're bored. Some people go live like at work, like, yeah, I'm just at work. I'm not doing nothing. Just thought I'd go live, you know. But they're not willing to say, hey, we got You're a King. If you value self-care for your husband, for your brother, for your daddy, for yourself, if you're a man, then get yourself some You're a King and take care of your beard. We got Body Worth gummies. If you value your health, get yourself some Body Worth gummies. You know, we have a variety of products. They're about to lower the interest rates. So people who've been looking to buy a home, they're going to be out there. So now's the time for us to get out there and spread the word. Hey, after this election, they're going to lower the interest rates. So you need to start working on your credit right now. Don't play games. Have that credit right so that you can buy the house that you want. And then, and these goals, these are not, they don't have to be consecutive. They can be concurrent. So you could be working on your 10 appointments while you're getting your second customer, even though you can do it right in your own home. Some people, maybe your budget doesn't align or whatever the case may be. It's not a requirement to do it in your own home. It's just us who have been successful in the business telling you it makes the most sense. It makes your business simpler to get that out the way and then focus on partnering with your 3 people. Okay? So then you want to set 10 appointments. These 10 appointments should be set, locked in your first 48 hours. That way, they can be done within your first week. Then we can say, okay, we got your 3 people. We can start focusing on helping them do the same thing and getting your leverage and your organization, your team built. See, once you get your 3 people, now we become cheerleaders. Now we're supporting those 3 people to help them do the same thing that you just did. So while you're supporting, you're exposing. You're getting the word out about the products and the services. Why? Because eventually you're going to want to promote through the ranks of the company. Remember, the ultimate goal is to gather 10 customer points. So you still have that goal to accomplish that within your first 30 days so that you can get that fast start bonus of $100. So we knock out our 3 people in our first week, and then we spend the next 3 weeks supporting them and supporting whoever comes on the team while we're gathering our other 8 customer points. See how we got that down to a sweet science? We like Muhammad Ali. We got it down to a sweet science, baby. You just got to follow the directions. Now, also, it's important for you to understand, it's important for you to use your sponsor in your upline, right? See, people come in, you're new. You're new, and that's beautiful. So you come in, you got 3 people. And now you want to support and help those 3 people do the same thing. But there's different levels of support. See, your support initially is you want to be there for them. You want to make sure you stay in communication with them. Make sure that they know to stay plugged into the calls, get their guest on, get, plugged into training. But see, there's an upline. There's an upline that's an advanced representative who gets paid $15 for every person that comes in. There's a senior director who gets paid $30 for every person who comes in. There's an executive senior director who also gets paid for every person who comes in. So you want to lean on them and let them do a lot of the work for you, because after you get paid $65 for those 3 people you bring in, you're not getting paid long-term leadership bonuses as a marketing brand ambassador. That's why each and every one of you want to start working on getting to the level of advanced rep so that you can create more leverage in long-term leadership bonuses. It's very important that you put in 3 quality people, because you want that organization to grow and thrive. You want to leave your upline somebody to work with so that they can take that seed and make it grow into long-term residual income as a marketing brand ambassador as you're building up your leadership organizations, right? I'm spending a little more time on this today because I want you guys to see the value and understand that all these steps are laid out for you. You just got to go. We just have to stop talking and start doing. That's the key. That's the motto. So once you set those appointments, knock them out, you want to make sure that you watch the enrollment video. So when you do start signing up people, you know what to do. You're the owner of a multi-million-dollar business. You have to have a millionaire mindset. You got to recognize and value it as a multi-million-dollar business. It's not a $20 business. It's not a $200 business. It is a multi-million-dollar business that you were fortunate enough to get started for $200. You got to change your mindset, change your habit, change your schedule. All right. So as a sponsor, right? Because that's from the perspective of a new representative, right? That's what you want to make sure that you do as a new representative. As a sponsor, as you're sponsoring these new representatives, you want to make sure that they're doing those things that we just went over, but you want to hold their hand and help them, give them the directions, and make sure that you're helping guide them to do those things. And as you're guiding them and you're helping them, what are you looking for? You're looking for what are they going to do in their first 48 hours? Because this is going to tell you what type of rep are they. Are they going to make excuses? Are they going to follow directions? Are they going to get qualified? Or are they going to say, oh, no, I don't got enough money? Because wealthy people don't look at how much something's going to cost them. They look at how much something's going to make them. I remember when I first got started in the industry, we would tell people, yo, cut off your cable. Like if you really see yourself being successful, if you believe, cut off that cable for a month or 2. Let's go hard and get it out the way. Because all it takes is 60 to 90 days and you're in profit if you really go hard and get it out the way. Are they going to go to their library and start trying to study ingredients and everything about the products? Are they going to start searching for the IP address of the hosting company? These are things that we don't get paid to do, you guys. We get paid to gather customers and gather representatives. Are they going to try to do things their way? That's important. I ask every representative that gets started with my team, hey, are you willing to follow our already proven system? Or do you want to do things your way? Because I believe there's nothing more powerful than the power of agreement, right? If we come in agreement and you're going to follow the system, then I can hold you accountable when you veer off and you stop following the system. Or I can say next because you didn't keep your end of the agreement to follow the system. But again, the start stops most people. So we're looking to see, are they going to quit before they even get started? But as a sponsor, it's very important that you get them connected with the directions. Because if you don't connect them or give them the directions, then them failing or them veering off or them not following the right path is your fault, not theirs. So the trust respect triangle is very important. It's like a big deal in this business because the people they trust you because you have a relationship. But they don't always respect your business knowledge. They don't respect you in this new venture because they know you and they know that you don't do this new venture. So that's why you got to edify an expert to take the spotlight off of you so that they'll respect that expert. And when you take that respect and your trust, they'll open their ears and listen to what they have to say. And that's all we want to do. We want to get them in front of the information so that they, listen to what we have to say. So in looking at a fresh perspective, I always tell people, you don't see if you only see what you're allowed to see. You have to look behind the media, look behind the headlines, look behind what somebody's talking about. Because the reality is there's only 24 hours in a day, and there's 7 days in a week. So that makes 168 hours in a week that you pay bills. You may actually pay it once a month, but they're billing you 168 hours in a week. Try not using your cell phone for the whole month. I guarantee you that bill is going to be the exact same as it was the last month where you talked all day. So here's a variety of different bills. We don't have to talk to you about bills. You know what your bills are. But this is your outcome. Most people work 40 to 60 hours a week. Some even more than that. This is their income. So do you see how lopsided it is? You work 40 to 60 hours, that's your income, but you're getting billed 168 hours. Do you see that you're in the negative 100 hours or more each week? So in order to at least break even, your income has to match your outcome, right? So you must be able to get paid 168 hours a week. So when you talk about your communications bill is charged 168 hours a week, your online mall is open 168 hours a week. Your online store is available for purchases 168 hours a week. You could be sleeping, playing the night game. Somebody could go purchase something. You could be at work, working hard. Somebody could go purchase something. You could be hanging out with the family. Somebody can go purchase something. That's what we're talking about. So now if you own a business that offers products and services and even memberships, you now can get paid 168 hours a week. And then what you want to do is you want to multiply your time. For example, by 3 people, right? So if you take 3 times 168 hours per week, that equals 504 hours per week. Your income is now greater than your outcome. And if you go another level, 3-9, that's another 1,512 hours per week for a total of 2,016 hours per week. Do you see the power? See, this is now your income. You now have more coming in than you have going out. That's why it's so important. Let's go out. Let's launch your business. Let's make that decision. Be willing to do the work that it takes to get it. Let's gather your 2 customers so that you're qualified to get paid. Because if you're not qualified to get paid, that's just like not having a reason. You're never going to do the work that it takes to get it because you're not qualified to get the money. So extending this example, there's something called the penny that doubles, but I'm going to flip it a little bit and call it the my credit is better that doubles, right? In this real example, you're given a choice between plan A and plan B, right? Plan A, you're hired by a big company with a great benefits package for the next 30 days, right? You agree to work for the company for $1,000 per day. Does anybody know somebody who makes $1,000 per day at a job? Not many people out there, if any, who can make that much. Plan B, the company will allow you to work for only 1 penny a day and with no benefits or base salary. But each day forward, your salary will double from the previous day's amount. Which plan are you choosing? Go ahead and give me an A or a B in the comments. A or B. Do you want A or B? A or B? A or B? Which one will it be? Let's take a look as you're posting in your comments. I'm going to get my big head out the way. So you got day one. You make $1,000 with plan A. That's some good money. You go out to eat, you go hang out, you buy a couple things. For some people, that's a whole week's worth of work. For other people, it's a whole month's worth of work. But over here on plan B, you got 1 cent. Catherine's over there. She can't even buy no penny candy. Back in the day, she could. Her and Coach could go get some ice cream. They got some ice cream. But these days, a penny don't get you nothing. Day two, you got $1,000. Total of $2,000. Coach and Catherine over there and Duran, they got 3 cents. They looking real broke right now over here on plan B. They're feeling like, man, maybe I didn't make the right decision. Because the person over at plan A, they got 3 stacks. And as we keep going, 10 days in, right? You got $10,000. Man, some people don't make $10,000 in 6 months. Some people barely make it in a year. That's reality. Over here at plan B, they got enough to get a number 2 at McDonald's. Plan A's laughing at them like you picked the wrong one, buddy. But let's see what the next let's go see what the next 10 days looks like. The person who picked plan A, they're just moseying along, collecting their $1,000 per day. Plan B finally got up past $100. Still looking at plan A with their mouth watering and drooling. Like, man, they're making some good income over there. But then plan B is starting to grow a little bit. Plan A is moving along just normal. It's consistent. Plan B jumped up to $1,000 in a couple of days. It's like, wow. It took them 17 days, but now we're up to $1,000 a day. You keep moving. On the 20th day, man, plan A's feeling good about themselves. They get made $20,000 total. But now plan B, Coach Catherine and Duran, they starting to feel themselves a little bit. They're like, okay, I got a total of 10,000. They got a total of 20,000. It wasn't so bad. But then on the 21st day, it make the page just change. Because now Coach Catherine and Duran caught up. We're gonna pretend All Day Dre is playing A. All Day Dre is over here with $21,000. He's hanging out, fishing, catching and releasing. But Coach Catherine and Duran, they've been grinding. And they caught up. They're at $20,000 per day. Or total, $20,000 total. $10,000 per day. While Dre is over here with still $1,000 per day. This is the point where a lot of people don't realize. This is you joining your JMG Direct business. This is it going, but there's going to be people who laugh at you. There's going to be people who tell you made a mistake. There's going to be people with amazing incomes that are happy. They're in their comfort zone. They're in their bubble. And they're telling you that thing ain't never going to work. That ain't no income. Oh, you get get 2% residual level 1 through 6. What are you thinking? But then you just stay consistent. You keep building it. You keep growing. And you just notice that thing just keep growing. You get some good people on your team. You get a coach. You get a Catherine. You get an all-day Dre. You get a Duran. And pretty soon that prosperity community looks amazing. And after 30 days, man, the ride has been something special. For working for Plan A for 30 days, you're paid $30,000. Coach said, I just forgot about everybody. Forget all y'all. Plan A, the income is steady. It's secure and playing it safe. It's what everybody else is doing. I think all day Dre done switched over to Plan B all day. Because working for Plan B for 30 days, you make over $10 million. So as you're out prospecting, I want you to keep this penny that doubles in your mind. And I want you to ask people, even if it's subconsciously in your head, because sometimes we worry about prospecting. Sometimes the butterflies get to us. Sometimes we're even scared to prospect, depending on the level of success the person has had. But I want you to bring back the penny that doubles, because it doesn't matter if it's $1,000 per day or $10,000 per day. That penny that's double is doubling. And you want to, in your mind, ask people, do you want to be safe like everybody else, or do you want to be paid? Because that's exactly why you're prospecting them. Everybody should realize in their mind that you could be comfortable or you could be hungry. Or as Les Brown used to say, hungry. But you cannot be both. And you got to make a decision every single day that you wake up. Are you going to be comfortable? Or are you going to be hungry? Because you cannot be both. And for those of you who are going to be hungry, let's pack the Simple Wealth Blueprint. Let's pack the house. Make sure we get as many people as we can plugged in on the line, because people are looking, and all you got to do is expose them. All you got to do is expose them and promote the products and services, and people will come as long as you're consistent. When you start venturing in, when you're talking about getting money on YouTube, they say the key is consistency. You got to post videos consistency. You can't post a video every day 1 week and then post 2 videos the next week. You might as well dial it back and just post 2 videos a week as long as you're consistent. So consistency is the key. Find a rhythm, find a plan, find a schedule. Post at that schedule. Whatever you do, be consistent in your posting. Be consistent in your inviting. I always tell people, 2 people a day brings freedom my way. Lock in 2 people at the very least that you're going to invite to take a look at this business. Find your number. It doesn't have to be 2. 2 is very conservative. It could be 5. It could be 10. But find your number and be consistent with it. Keep plugging people into the Paul D. Jones Show. It will help you plant the seed and show the value of our opportunity. And it may not get somebody in right now, but as long as you plug them in with Mr. Jones, he's going to keep dripping on them that value and why they should be a part of JMG Direct. And you may get a call one day to say, hey, you still doing that JMG Direct thing? And when you say, yup, and you better still be doing it, because they're going to say, I want to know more information. I heard the Paul D. Jones Show, and he was talking about JMG Direct, and I just think it's time that I take my life to the next level. But if you quit, if you're not in, if you're not consistent, then you're not going to know what to do. Or you're going to miss out. And you don't want to miss out, because I always say at every presentation, opportunity doesn't go away. It just goes to somebody else. So don't let this opportunity go to anyone else but you. That's not just for signing up in the business. There's opportunity every single day. The opportunity to get that person who's on social media searching, the person who's looking for the products and services that we offer, the person who's looking to have more tomorrow than what they have today. You have opportunities every single day, and they don't just go away. They go to somebody else. So you got to make sure that you seize the moment and grasp the opportunities. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. I appreciate you valuing training enough to get on. But now you got to value yourself your goals and dreams. You got to see your success and go and implement the value and the information that you learned today. We got the Replay.Simple Wealth Blueprint, 24/7 presentation, always there for you. If you're struggling with finding people to talk to and prospect, Memory Jogger.Simple Wealth Blueprint, great tool, great tool. But your call to action this week, real simple. Stop talking and start doing. We all know you want it. We all know the things that you want to do. We all know the things that you finna do. We all know the things that you could do. Let's zip it. Let's stop talking about it. And let's go implement the plan that has already been laid in place for you to obtain it. I got all of your backs. I love you. I appreciate you. But you got to remember, you're the best investment that you got. And you were born to win. You got to go to Play Win right now. Play to win right now. Right now, right now, right now. Because you are already a champion. Now let's go get that trophy.